Hey guys! Well, it's been a while. It's been about a month, mostly because there's a lot that's been going on. It made it really hard for me to make videos, and then I made some and I wasn't able to really put them up because it's been so crazy. My last month of pregnancy was really crazy. Not hard with the pregnancy itself, but just having problems getting stuff done in order to post because, you know, I had to worry about my pregnancy. Anyway, I had the baby. So I'm feeling really good. The baby is inside sleeping. We'll get to that because I know I have what I was having. Most people that know me personally already know what I had. But anyway, I had the baby on May 14th by C-section. It was planned, and it was exactly at 39 weeks, which was planned and done. I redid my basement. It's all done. I could show you that. I'm going to separate them in all different videos, so come back every day and check, and we'll have something new. Today, excuse me, today what we're going to do is I'm going to show you my potato salad because I make it very different, but it's one of my favorite recipes for the summer. Now that summer's here, yay, and it's Memorial Day weekend, so happy Memorial Day weekend. My husband is outside with Declan right now, and they're playing in the pool. We don't have a big pool, it's a baby pool, but we blew it up. We're going to have a small little barbecue today with his parents, with my in-laws. And our niece Mina, so she can spend time with Declan. They're 6 months difference, so they play very well together. So I'm going to make some potato salad, and feel free to use my recipe, all right? And again, feel free to subscribe to my page, and I'm going to start posting again every day. Not every single day, but pretty much every day that I can. And again, I have a lot to catch up on. Okay, first and foremost, what I'm doing is I took whole potatoes, put them in water. There's different ways to do this. You can take the skin off before you start boiling. I boil and then take the skin off because it's just really easy after that, because then the skin just peels right off, which you'll see because I'm already done with the beginning phase. So I took my potatoes. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 potatoes, and I boiled them for about an hour or until they're very soft. This one took me about an hour while they were boiling. And then now I'm just going to peel all the skin off of these, and then we'll start the potato salad. But I'm going to tell you what you need. You're going to need potatoes. Again, do this according to how many people you're serving. Today I'm serving about 5 people, so I'm doing a bigger amount. When I just do my own for me and the husband and the baby, because the baby doesn't really eat potatoes yet, except for french fries. But when I make this for just myself and my husband, it lasts us about 2 days. I use 4 potatoes and 2 eggs. But with this one, I'm going to use 8 potatoes and 4 eggs. So basically, for every 2 potatoes, use 1 egg. And if you don't like eggs, don't use eggs at all. But again, my potato salad will have eggs. It's very simple. I use eggs. I use potatoes. I use onion. A half an onion. Oh my god, you have to little bit of onion. One day I did this and I used a whole onion and it was so overpowering. So you really don't have to do much with the onion. So I would say I'm going to use a half an onion for 8, because when I do 4, I do like 1/4 of an onion. So I'm going to finish peeling these, and then after I'm done, we're going to continue the recipe. Okay, so my potatoes are already done. I'm actually starting to break them up. So basically what I'm doing is, because these are so soft, these potatoes are very, very soft. So what I'm doing is I just pretty much slice them. See how soft they are? The moisture's there, and when I pick them up, they break apart in your hand. So you're going to break them apart into small pieces. Don't worry about the ones that are already all mushy or whatever sitting in the bowl. It's fine, because you want it to have moisture. So this is the moisture that you actually want, that you're going to get. So as they break up in your hands, just eyeball it to, you know, for a potato salad, you want little cubes. So the potatoes are so easy to just break up into little cubes. So again, all I have to really do is slice them up. The moisture's in there already. And just drop them in. So I already did half of my potatoes because I thought I was recording and I wasn't. But anyway, so just break them up. The only thing you're really doing is just slicing them, and then you could just break them up, and you can see like they're little tiny squares. Just don't mush them into the plate, because if you mush them, they're going to become like, you know, mashed potatoes. You want that consistency, but not where it just becomes sludge. You want it to have the little chunks in it too. You want it to be moist, you want it to be soft, but you definitely want it to feel like a potato salad too. And again, when you're done with this, you don't serve this hot, so you really want to do this in advance, because if you serve it hot, that's when it is a little too mushy. Once we're done with this recipe, once you cool it off and put it in the fridge, it will make the it will bind the potatoes a little better than how they are right now, because right now they're pure mush because they still have all the water inside of them from boiling all that time. So I'm done with this part. All right, so that's the potatoes, and then I'm gonna cut up my 4 eggs, just slice them into little pieces. You can just take the yolk, like take the white parts and just slice them up, but take the yolk and just break it into pieces, because yolk is not easy to just cut into, so that you can mush up. But the white parts, you're gonna slice them and dice them, or you can just chop them. Use a chopper and just chop them. It's kind of easy for me to just kind of slice it up. Okay, we're on to the onion. I have a half of a purple or red onion I have left from the other day of making another salad. So I gotta get this onion out. My husband put it away from me. I should have known better. Anyway, so it's like stuck because he just forced it in. I don't know why he would do that. So I've been using yellow onions, sweet onions, yellow onions. I've been using with this recipe for a very long time. Yeah, this is going to be impossible. Let me see if I can just cut it. I've been using yellow onions for a very long time, but I found that they're very, very, very strong when it comes to the potato salad. So I decided to try the red onion because I feel like it's not as harsh when you eat it. I can't believe this thing is completely stuck in here. Anyway. Yes, got it. Anyway, so what I'm gonna, you know, so the red onion has shown itself to be a lot less hardcore with the burning of the eyes while you cut it. When you eat it, it doesn't sting or burn. But if you really, really like onions, I'm telling you, just use the yellow onions. But it's very, very strong, so don't use too much. I think because this half is actually a big half, I'm only going to use a half of a half. Test it out. Use only a half of a half. A quarter of a half of an onion, like the smallest amount. If you're doing less potatoes, because you want to test it first. Taste it first. Trust me, taste it first, because I was like, oh, get out of here. I love onions. And I used a half an onion when I only used 4 potatoes and 2 eggs. And I promise you, it was so much that my nose was on fire and my eyes were burning every time I ate it. And I love my onions. So, again, the red onion is to kind of kill that extra hard burning sensation. So do it according to what you really love when it comes to onions, but definitely add the onions because it definitely makes a lot of the flavor. It brings out a lot of the flavor. So, okay, so I'm just chopping it up. Honestly, I use a chopper because I hate the way my eyes burn when I cut onions. But right now I'm only chopping it up myself because I'm talking and trying to get it done. So you'll see that I chopped up my 4 eggs already. So they're in the bowl. Just try to chop this up as best as you can. Enough to where there's not big giant chunks sitting in there. Okay, so we're going to try half of a half for now. And then we'll see if it's enough. And if we need more, we'll just add more. Oof, my eyes are already starting to burn. Okay, so that's that. Again, look, it's hardly any onions, but I promise you, it's a lot. Oh, one fell here, and my husband would freak out. There we go. Got it. Okay. So we are done with the main ingredients. And my eyes are on. Okay. So everything is together. Again, mayonnaise. If you want it to be a little bit healthier, use fat-free mayonnaise. It's completely up to you. I'm using regular mayonnaise because I'm having a barbecue and I have people over and I don't want them being like, oh, she made this healthy thing again, you know. I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons, heaping tablespoons of mayo. Now that wasn't full, so when I say heaping, make it heaping. It may be 3 tablespoons, but we're gonna try 2 tablespoons. I use 2 heaping teaspoons of mayo when I do 4 potatoes, so that's why we're gonna do it this way. All right, so that's that. And then I'm gonna use adobo. What a shocker! I don't kid when I tell people that I live for adobo. Adobo has salt in it, it has pepper in it, it has garlic, oregano, black pepper, and turmeric. So why do I need to put a whole bunch of things in when I can just use my adobo? So this I eyeball, but I'm gonna say it's about a teaspoon. It's a lot. And again, start it with not a heaping teaspoon, a regular teaspoon. Mix it all together, taste it, and then if you feel like it needs more, then you add more. Like I'm looking right now and I'm saying, I guess 8 potatoes was definitely a lot. So I'm definitely gonna need more mayo. So again, I'm gonna tweak this recipe because I'm very used to making this with 4 potatoes and that's it. So right now, 8 potatoes is a big difference. So let me change. I'm gonna keep track so I can tell you exactly how much I put in. But here's another non-heaping tablespoon of mayo. You just don't want to make it too look, if you love mayonnaise, then make it as mayonnaise-y as you want. For me, I just wanted to make it stick together. So that's really it. All right, so now I'm mixing it, and look, you see this amount? This is perfect. It's not too much mayo. It's not too little mayo. It's all just mixed together. And if you look, you see all the onion, and that was only 1/4 of an onion. So think about it before you use it. And again, taste your stuff. Always taste what you're making. You don't really see the eggs because they're white, but they're in there. And then you mix it all up. Take your spoon. Taste it. No matter what. So that is my potato salad. Very quick, very easy. The longest part is boiling your potatoes. And look how much I made. Now I can feed everybody. All right, that's it. Bye. And one more thing, make sure you refrigerate it for at least 2 to 3 hours because that'll make it stick together. And if you need to add more mayo after that, feel free to add more mayo after that. Just not a lot. Try not to do more than a teaspoon at a time outside of the main recipe. All right, but right now I'm gonna put it in the fridge and let it sit for a couple of hours, and then I'll take a video of us having our barbecue. All right, bye.